But first, let's get on with the business.
The brand new Audi RS6 is the world's fastest estate. With the engine from a Bentley and acceleration to shame a Ferrari, it's a surefire way of making your meetings on time.
Its main rival is the Mercedes E63 AMG. It's just been given more grunt, and while the Audi is an estate only, the Merc comes as both estate or saloon. They're cars for petrolhead executives. And we're going to find out which is best.
These machines are designed to demolish German autobahns and should be able to sit at eye-watering speeds all day long.
Today's 3 tests replicate the daily commute of wealthy German executives as they power their way to the office. By the end of our 3 tests, we'll be able to tell you which is best suited to the job.
Our first challenge will find out which car is easiest to drive fast for long periods of time, replicating the sustained high-speed driving their owners might do on unrestricted autobahns.
It's all about high-speed stability. But as an extra twist, we've also brimmed both cars' tanks. After the tests, we'll refill them to work out how much fuel they've used and see which car is the most expensive to drive fast.
These are your high-quality shirts, Tiff.
Oh, very nice.
Executive Essentials stowed, we begin.
Right, test number 1. We're going to do 15 miles as quick as we can without him stabbing him in the arm because he thinks I'm going too fast.
I think this is well fast enough. Because look at them nasty tyres.
Autobahn for the day is the 1.5-mile Rockingham Speedway.
First, the Mercedes.
Can you just call your jets?
That's a straight, that bit.
Yeah, but this isn't.
No, I'm backed off, or I'm backed off.
Merc's tuning division AMG have added a host of tweaks to increase stability and speed. The most unusual is the suspension. At the front, it has traditional steel springs, but at the back, it's got an air system. This should give the driver a sporty feel, but provide comfort for passengers.
It does feel good, this car on the road, doesn't it? It's soft enough, but yeah, you can feel it's taut and tight. It does sound great, that engine, though, doesn't it?
The Merc has 10 grand's worth of optional extras, including a £4,200 Bang & Olufsen Hi-Fi, plus £1,800 worth of heated and fan-cooled seats.
What is the best feature of the interior of this car?
Well, you're probably going to say that IWC clock, aren't you?
The clock.
Yeah.
It's got a nice, simple clock.
The 5.5-litre V8 feels effortless on the straights. We're hitting 120 miles an hour. And I'm confident the car's stability control systems will intervene if we start losing grip in the corners. Jason is less relaxed.
We've all gone in a bit deep here.
Honestly, I can bite. I can really bite hard.
It's all stability control.
I don't care.
We cannot crash because we have all stability.
I don't care.
And we come up to finish.
And the finish is going to be...
The E63 sets the benchmark, covering 15 miles in 8 minutes and 37 seconds. That's an average speed of 104 miles an hour. Next, the Audi.
Off we go. So, comparisons, first impressions?
Steering's heavier.
Is it?
Yeah. It feels race. I'm sitting on the floor. I must admit it's got a racier sort of feel to it.
And what about the feedback from the wheel?
Less. It's just a bit dead and heavy.
Both cars have almost exactly 550 brake horsepower, but the four-wheel drive Audi is 90 kilograms heavier. So, in effect, you're always carrying an extra hefty passenger. And that's not the only bad news.
I've got the same roaring engine.
No, and also the seats aren't giving me the same sort of support. I've got nasty wind noise from here.
The Audi pips the Merc when it comes to pricey options, with £25,000 worth. its hi-fi costs £6,300, and the Quattro badge is part of the carbon styling package, which costs £4,250.
Considering this car, you know, as we've got it today, is over £100,000, you shouldn't be having that wind noise. Let's see if the windows are up properly.
Oi! Stop the clock now. 8 minutes 37 to beat.
8 minutes 20.3.
The Audi averaged 108 miles an hour, 4 more than the Merc, thanks to a more confidence-inspiring feel and less interruption from Jason.
Now it's time to find out which car used more fuel.
I'll bite you in a minute.
How much have you used then?
12.7.
12.70.
6.9.
That 0.01 might be important.
The RS6 returned a little over 5 to the gallon. Ouch.
Oh. Oh.
The E63 is 30% better, but still only averaged 7.
So this Merc's more economical then. Nigh on 20 quid to do those few laps.
And mine was 16.
Both are shockingly thirsty at monster speeds, but it's the lower revving Merc that will require fewer visits to the petrol station. The Audi's superior stability make it the outright speed king.
Our next challenge is an extreme test to see which car will stop hardest when you hit a traffic jam.
Welcome back to Fifth Gear.
Time for round 2 of our high-speed German commute.
We're finding out if the Audi RS6 or Mercedes E63 is the best machine for petrol-head execs, with 3 tests that replicate the commute of a high-powered German executive.
Earlier in our Autobahn time trial, we discovered the Audi felt racier and averaged an extra 4 miles an hour. Now it's time for round 2.
There's no point in having supercar acceleration if you haven't got supercar stopping power.
And as every German exec will know, the Autobahn can quickly turn into a traffic jam. So therefore, you need incredible brakes to stop you ploughing into stationary traffic.
Which brings us to test number 2, a head-to-head emergency stop challenge.
This is going to be the ultimate test of stopping power. We'll drive side by side at 100 miles an hour, then slam on the brakes at the same time.
We're just on 100 now, come to the line and smash the brakes. How's that, eh? How is that? Stupid hazard lights have come on as if we were in danger, but we weren't, and we've stopped identically.
But that is uncanny, isn't it? Absolutely exactly the same.
The highway code says the total stopping distance from 70 miles an hour should be 94 metres. These cars stopped from a faster speed in a shorter space, just 90.5 metres.
Incredible.
We decide to up the ante to see if either car's brakes suffer from reduced performance when they get super hot.
Stop number 2.
Autobahns can be littered with one jam after another. This test will replicate the kind of hard abuse the cars might take during a traffic-filled office commute.
I thought I was going to win this. I'm 90 kilos lighter. You stopped short of that time. Actually got the Sensortronic limiter holding it at 100 and bam!
On the 3rd run, the Merc's brakes start to fade slightly.
I overshot, you didn't.
I overshot. On test 3, I've still got 2 more to go.
Now, I'll tell you what I can start to feel. I can hear some grumbling and a slight bit of vibration from the discs and the pads. So, you know, this is an extreme test of the brakes.
Round 4. Are the Audi's brakes starting to fade?
On the line. Oh, look at that.
They sound worn, but the stopping distance has barely changed.
I can definitely feel some vibration and a bit of grumbling from the brakes. Have you got the same?
I'm always sure with you the grumbling comes out of your mouth mostly, so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys grumbling back.
We're putting it all on the fifth and final run to determine the winner. After all that abuse, which car's brakes will work the best?
Right, 100 miles an hour on my limiter.
Oh, man, that's amazing. Look at that.
You're right on your mark, and I'm only half a car length past. No smoke from the
Brakes, they've taken that really well.
Well, mine are ticking quite badly. Got quite a lot of clunking going on with the disc bells.
Despite the Audi's grumbling noises, it stops in the fifth run exactly where it stopped in the first run.
The Mercedes took about 2 metres longer to stop, so it's now lost out on both speed and braking. Will it redeem itself in the final challenge? We'll test the car's technology while racing head-to-head.
Welcome back to Fifth Gear and the climax of our E63 versus RS6 high-speed commute.
Now, we know the Audi is quicker at covering massive Autobahn miles and...
Yeah, but it did use a lot more fuel.
And it's got better brakes.
But now it's time for our final challenge, a head-to-head race to the office.
It's a 2-lap challenge, but we won't just test the handling of these executive expresses. During our second lap, we'll also test their sat-navs to see which car has the most intuitive version of this essential technology.
Got to the grid first. I think I'll take the high line, it's drier, racing line.
I see that Tiff tried to get the high line there, but I've nicked it. Sorry, old boy.
OK, I'm ready. Let's have the flag. I'll go first.
He's jumped the start. He's jumped the start, you stinker.
I had to jump his start. You had four-wheel drives. I had to go. He's trying to go around the outside. He won't like it. He doesn't like these big curves.
I'm brave, but I'm not that brave.
And I thought I'd get away from him, but the track was still a bit greasy, damp, but it just understeered and it wasn't very nice. It rolled, the steering didn't have enough feedback. I was struggling to stay ahead of him.
Right, well, he's got ahead of it, but I'm not too concerned because I've got phenomenal traction. And the key with this car is to think about corner exit at all times, like here, like there, look. Corner exit. That Audi, I have to say, in those tricky conditions, it's really good fun to drive, gives you lots of confidence, and the traction, that's where I could have you, coming out corners. Oh, no, he's going to bomb me. He's going to bomb me.
Blocky, blocky, blocky. What?
Oh, he's blocked me, the little swine. Right, let's see if I can nibble him on the way out of here.
Understeer. Oh, you have a man oversteer. No! Mind you, I reckon I'd have been ahead of you if we'd drive.
Definitely a lot closer. Not ahead, I don't think.
No, maybe not.
As we head to lap 2, it's time to test the sat-navs. We've got an appointment to keep.
I've now got to find my way to Angela Merkel's office, who's the Chancellor of Germany.
Although we wouldn't recommend setting directions like this on a public road,
Look, he's all backed off. He doesn't like doing two things at once.
trying to use the technology in these closed-circuit conditions is a useful way of determining which system is easiest to use.
Press this button now. Address entry.
Germany. Town. Berlin. But the sat-nav, you struggled with that. What was that? Just a complicated Merc thing or just a bit of age? What do you think?
Look. I'm still trying to work out Burr. I mean, it must be somewhere Burr.
Willy Brandtstrasse. Start route selection. That's me gone.
Burr.
The Merc's Fiddly Sat-Nav isn't the only thing holding me back.
I'm not getting snappy gear changes. I'm not getting enough turning initially. Oh, and then it just wants to push. If it was bone dry, he wouldn't be laughing, as I'm sure he is laughing right now.
It depends on the nature of the circuit. Here with those hairpins, the Audi definitely's got the advantage on the way out. And I think the reason for that is the torque delivery on that Merc is just too extreme. It was all... No, it wasn't very nice. He's miles behind.
The destination is in the indicated direction.
Well, that's a crushing victory for the Audi.
At the end of the day, there's not really much doubt about the winner, is there?
No, and I'm surprised at that because the old version, the older model, wasn't that good of the Audi. I thought the Merc was going to be a better car, but hands down, it's blown into the weeds, isn't it?
Gearbox wasn't as good, handling wasn't as good, performance wasn't as good. The Audi is the winner for sure.